And welcome to our weekly Icarus PatchNotes discussion. I'm here with Carl, so I'm quickly gonna hop over to Discord. Echo won't be able to make it, so it's just the two of us today. Hey my man, how you doing? Not bad, not bad. It's weekend, there's an Icarus update, PatchNotes to go through, and then gameplay. Yeah, well, let's have a quick look at the PatchNotes. Indeed, week 209 updates. We have Frostfall, a new Outpost. 4th anniversary. Yes, it's 4 years since the game came out. And some fixes. So this week is a new Outpost. Look back on the best of 4 years of free updates. So welcome to week 209er, the 4-year Icarus anniversary. This week comes with some long sought after fixes to the client side map icons and search area, which will help drastically when playing as a client connected to a host or a dedicated server. We'll also celebrate our 4th anniversary since the release of Icarus and recapping the highlights since the release. Now, to help celebrate our birthday, we're releasing a new outpost, Frostfall, a brand new multi-biome outpost, where up until now the outposts were like one singular biome. Frostfall is going to be a multi-biome one. And we also show a quick preview into what's coming next week. New sign variation, the RN signs. RN signs. First couple of notable improvements. In big pass on client-side map icons and search areas. They were not working as expected and in many cases would not even show up. This has now been fixed. I have to say, I don't recall having had a problem with that, and I play exclusively on my own dedicated server. But having those areas not popping up on the map, those icons and search areas, I don't recall having had that issue. But apparently people had, and that has now been fixed. Fix a dysentery resistance stat that is gained from some of the bestiary entries and some other items. It was not hooked up correctly and was not granting its benefits. Now it is. I believe like the deer and the road bestiary entries. At some point you get like dysentery resistance or something. This will now work proper. Updated the brown bear armor. So no more clipping will appear in first person. Also updated several armor meshes. Brown bear, but several other armor sets as well. To ensure that the arm mesh contained the sleeve part of the mesh and not the chest. Which helps fixes unexpected visual issues depending on what is being worn. Never really noticed any oddities when wearing brown bear armor, but okay. And an adjustment of the mount and tame inspection UI so the stats are clearer and grouped in a better way. That we'll have to check. So basically hover over a tame or a mount and see if we can spot anything that has been changed. This year, 4 years of Icarus. Icarus is celebrating its 4th anniversary. Since the beta weekends in August of 2021, we have added countless new biomes, missions, systems, bosses and gear, transforming the game into a richer survival experience. Our free weekly updates, supported by paid DLCs and your feedback, have shaped every update. So thanks for being part of our community, and here's to what comes next. 4 years, August 2021. That's a long time ago. Oh yeah, definitely. Now below we highlight some of the larger patches over the last few years and present a few statistics. There's a couple of the notable major updates. the Galileo update, which added fishing, the bestiary, and which added achievements as well, a free update. The free update Laika, which added mounts, tames and companions, you know, the dogs and the cats and the horses. Hypatia, which added open world, also a free update. Copernicus, upgradable legendary weapons, which was the free part of the Great Hunts DLC, Copernicus. When it comes to paid DLCs, Styx isn't listed here actually, but New Frontiers is. This gives you new map and missions, creatures, items, etc. And the Great Hunts DLC, which gave us even more campaigns, bosses and weapons. So far we have 209 weekly patches, over 55 creatures, 133 open world missions, the operations this must be, like half of them on Olympus, 22 mounts and tameable companions. I reckon this does include the ones which you get from the Pets DLC. Over 30 player and creature talent trees, 300 orbital workshop items, space gear, a total of 9 outposts, 560 plus building pieces, 3 big maps, like 64 square kilometer maps, so we're talking about Olympus, Styx and Prometheus, and over 2400 items. Craftable items. Some decent numbers here. Now it is incredible to see how far the game has come, and we couldn't have done it without you. So thank you to every single person who has played Icarus and made memories in it. And there is a link to Rocketworks' anniversary live stream, which was yesterday actually. So, this week, what we have new is the Frostfall Outpost DLC. This one is blending Arctic and volcanic terrain. Frostfall is a dangerously beautiful environment to build your winter chalet or even lair. So it's actually thinking for subsequent gameplay, you either can do Styx operations, or I spin up a Frostfall Outpost and we can have a look there. And like we can bring a top level character with some space gear. Usually, yeah. Okay. Sure. Oh, then I'll have a look. I'll have to look tomorrow. Well, normally I don't play Outpost, but this is newest type of Outpost, is in multiple biomes. So I'll check it out tomorrow then. No problem. This week we're excited to introduce the Frostfall Outpost, a brand new location where we experimented with combining 2 distinct atmospheres within a single outpost. The surface features a harsh Arctic environment, while deep below lies a network of scorching lava-filled caverns. Now, bringing 2 contrasting biomes together on such a small maps comes with challenges, especially since we worked hard to prevent players from seeing one biome directly from the other. Sudden visual and atmospheric shifts can break immersion, so careful design was essential. Yeah, don't go from like minus 20 degrees and then the next step is like plus 50 or something. That indeed does kind of break immersion. So I wonder how they managed to do that. But like I said, we'll have a look tomorrow. Now, if you like what you see, consider show your support by purchasing the DLC. It is available now. Like €4.50. Next week, we're getting Iron Signs. Next week we're introducing a new sign variation to round out the current set of in-game signs. The iron signs will, which will add a new way to label and keep things organized in your base. We also have some exciting patches scheduled for the holiday period following the sign update. So stay tuned and keep an eye on these posts. I do wonder how wide the new iron sights are gonna be though. Is there gonna be like smaller than the composite signs? They might actually go well with the wall-mounted storages. I mean, yes, I looked for the wall-mounted for the storage walls. I looked at the Art Deco signs, but they're even wider. They're too big for that. Yeah, the thing is, if you make them too small, then text won't fit. True. True, and the more text you put in, the smaller it becomes. So at some point, it will become unreadable small. But yeah. Hmm. Yeah, like more vertical signs than horizontal ones. Yeah, like banners. We'll see. We'll craft a couple of those iron signs so we can check out how they look. Now, your support makes these updates possible. So the Great Hunts campaign, which was mentioned in the overview already, currently 24.5 euros. I don't know what it is in your local currency, but here in Europe we calculate with euros. So do keep in mind if you go for the Great Hunts campaigns, though you preferably also have Styx and Prometheus DLCs as part of the Great Hunt campaigns is on Olympus, part is on Styx and part is on Prometheus. Or what might be easier, just go for the complete set bundle, which is a dynamic bundle, which is basically everything you don't have yet. Currently 15% discount. And then we come to the changelog. New content, plain and simple, Frostfall. Outpost. Fixes, quite a few this time. Add an icon for fall resistance and update the sprinting icon to be different from the movement stat. Sprinting icon. An icon for fall resist. Opening the stats. Yeah, but there's no icons there. So I'm not sure where these icons will show up. We'll have a look. They did work more on the mountain stats overview, which you do. Added fall, fire, potion, heat and cold resistance stat displays. Always handy to straightaway be able to see those. Let's see, brown bear armor, first person, arm smash has been updated. Has been mentioned already. Adding stats for the coastal biome. I think this is the new islands outpost from a couple of weeks ago. Sentries, change stats, fixed. Talked about that. Let's see. Any more? Oh yeah, obsidian armor, ice mammoth armor, and wayfarer armor. The arms mesh have been updated. Let's see. Skinning for the UBs. Been tweaked, so it looks a bit better now. Converted individual tonic meshes to a single mesh with material overrides done via SM item blueprint for improved expandability. Like the last week mentioned anti-radiation tonic. And then let's go through the future content. Whim Queen increased widget radius, fixed lens shark being tiny on the client and too big on the server. So we would see very tiny lens sharks. Yeah. Fixed bug where if the Worm Queen is on less than 10%, it would keep trying to go from standing to submerged. And increased the egg count to 6 per person from 3. Now initially I was thinking like, hey, eggs like the Dribbo eggs, will we be able to tame a Worm Queen? However, later on in the future content there will be some more info about these eggs. Solar backpack. So I reckon where the backpack and your electric equipment will be charged up. Or maybe this is needed for the lithium tools and shield, etc. Where we saw in the future content in previous patch notes where it had to be charged. Maybe that's where you need a solar backpack for. It's going to be a bit of a pity though, because it means we can't use any other useful backpacks. So we'll see. Let's see. Dragonflies, flash sack floaters were mentioned last week already as well. Added mushroom to the cave and swamp. Adding flamethrower turret. Audio events. Flamethrower turret. Cool. I know, right? Yeah, the flamethrower turret. Yeah. That would be my guess. Well, or hook them up to a biofuel network. Hey, we're going to get a biofuel network. You have the electric turrets, which you hook up to electricity, so flamethrower turrets. Would make sense to hook them up to biofuel network. Although from that point of view, electric turrets ammo you have to manually load. So flamethrower turret you might indeed have to put in a biofuel can. We'll see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's why you should put them on top or outside the stone or concrete foundations. Fortifications, sorry. Stone and concrete fortifications. So we're no longer going to be limited to the wooden ones. We also get stone and concrete ones. I do wonder the spikes though, if you make a stone fortification, what material the spikes would be. Steel for concrete, so maybe iron for the stone? Huh. So more durability. So more damage as well, hopefully. I mean, we are getting into more dangerous environment anyway, so more damage might be advisable indeed. Let's see. Fixed client issue where the radiation spheres and effects were not being removed from the player when the items were removed from the inventory. So you drop off your uranium, you still keep taking radiation damage. Oops. I'm glad I fixed that. Let's see. A lot of work on Elysium missions. The lab from Elysium 3 is now persistent actor and cleaned up during the appropriate step in Elysium 4 mission. And it will then spawn its own version in at the appropriate time. I do hope they fix the whole cleanup upon abandoning abandoning a mission, though, because that is an that is an annoying bug. Let's see. All more Elysium mission items. Adding spawn blockers around the abomination area, which makes me think the abomination is going to be quite a tough one if you don't want any other animals to spawn in at the same time. The hazmat suit will be there, for which you have to collect APs in Elysium 3 mission. The lab in Elysium 3 only cleans up on abandon, as it's used in Elysium 4. So it does clean up on abandoned mission. Let's hope it works proper. Some blockers so you can't enter some labs too early. The lab, which I wonder, will this be the lab that was mentioned in last week's new video, lore video they released? By the way, have you seen that video? Okay. So basically, Group 15, splinter group of the UDA, they went rogue, according to this video. And you remember how when we found the original inhabitants of Prometheus, where the lady threatened to take action, and Saul was like, hey, be aware everything is uploaded to a cloud server, and if anything happens to me or the prospector, things will go public. In this new video, they refer to this as in Mo was there interrogating a person from Group 15, and this person said to Mo, you left Saul behind to take the heat whilst you went off doing other stuff. So it looks like they kinda how to put this, imply that they went after Saul. The info went public, but they went after Saul, and that's why Saul is no longer in the game. So basically, the real life event where the actor playing Saul died, voice actor, yeah. So I like how they did that, and they mentioned this this lab from Group 15 on in a place, a region they called Elysium, which is Danger Horizons DLC. So basically, they tie everything together with this video. I like it. Yeah. Yep. Learning pads are being mentioned as well. A couple of things about the landing pads. So it can now be toggled on and off. Interaction can only be done when the landing pad is powered, makes sense. If it loses power, the dropship relocates. I assume it is when the dropship is coming down and the landing pad loses power. I don't think if the dropship is on the pad and then the pad loses power that the dropship relocates. It might be, but I don't know. Don't think so. Doesn't make sense. Fix the dropship landing pad so when you claim it, it correctly saves the dropship. This allows you to unassign correctly. So you can assign and then it will be used for your dropship. How I read this. Owner information and details are added to the in-world tooltip. And an important one, added an ability to claim and unclaim the player-crafted landing pads. So before we were kind of thinking like, hey, are they going to be like pre-built and you can use them, or are you going to be able to craft them? Here it says the player-crafted landing pads. Now they could be the same as the one we did for this Ironclad mission in Styx. Craft the landing pads and then you can't use them. But this for me reads like you can now finally craft landing pads. You can like put them down and claim it so it will be used by your dropship. This is how I read this. So I do hope it's indeed how I read it. Because you can... Yeah. True. Well, it has been mentioned in conjunction with an Elysium mission in one of the previous future contents. Could be unlocked in this mission or during this mission, and then you can like later on craft it freely. So for example, my current Olympus open world, I landed like in the center of the forest starter location, but I made my base in the southeast corner of the forest near the desert. It would be nice if I know I could do it with the dropship grenade. Call my dropship back there, so if I go up, I can go up from close to base. However, if I then drop back in, where I'm gonna land, like somewhere in the middle again, or somewhere around where I took off, or can I just craft a landing pad, plonk it down there, call my pod to that landing pad, and then in the future take off from there and land at the same location. No, not really, but like, well, you have the dropship grenade, right? The recall grenade. You throw it out, and on that point, that's where you're calling in your dropship, right? So, but if my dropship is somewhere way away from my base, my initial landing, which is being saved in the prospect file, like this is the landing location, the landing area. I have my base somewhere in a different location of the map. If I could make a landing pod there, call my dropship to that landing pod, I can take off to the space station from there, and when I come back down, land on that same landing pad. That would allow me to put a small 1x1 next to the landing pad with a storage chest in, so I can quickly offload everything there, hop into my pod, take off, and when I come back down, all I need to do is walk a couple of feet to that 1x1, grab my stuff, and I don't have to walk around naked. So I hope that will be like the function of the player crafted landing pad. And when I was reading the next one, deploy this advanced auto exchange device. I was just reading earlier today on Reddit, I believe, where someone was asking about like, hey, was it Reddit or on Steam forum, where someone was like, hey, is there going to be like you can upgrade your contact device a couple of times, it looks better and fancier, but the Orbital Exchange interface is still this old wooden plank with so is there going to be a newer variant? It does look like we're getting one, the advanced Orbital Exchange interface. That's cool, gonna look better. Yeah, visual improvements are welcome as well. Let's see. Synthetic armor has been renamed to Resurgence armor. There's going to be a bulky armor, which has been renamed to be stabilization armor. Bulky one. That sounds like a heavy armor, so hard to move, but giving you a lot of defense. I don't know. Alloy armor. Cool. Camera distance is doubled while riding the woolly mammoth. We're finally going to be able to ride a mammoth. Yeah. Oh yeah. And I reckon it won't fit through a normal doorway. You have to make a doorway like, I don't know, some too high doorway or something, 2 walls high. I mean, a doorway, not even a door, that won't fit no more. Good one, yeah. Yeah, you are right. Barn doors have been mentioned. I totally forgot about those. True. Barn doors. Yeah, it was in the in conjunction with husbandry. Yeah. Yeah, riding a mammoth. No. Either that or look at the next bullet point. Some work in progress work prototyping building on mammoth. Exactly. I know, right? Uh, I don't know. Mobile base. Indeed, like a generator and a couple of turrets. Oh man. I- Imagine that one during a boss fight. No, but a little platform with a generator and turrets. Now, obviously, you're going to have a problem because those turrets shoot at everything. So, still, like, put a couple of flamethrowers on his back. Oh man, I can see pretty interesting builds coming up here. Or for mining runs, put some furnaces on his back, you know. Yeah, true. or like one steering the mammoth, one person, and another person standing on his back, being able to use your weapons and stuff. Oh, I am so gonna tame a mammoth if we're gonna be able to ride the thing. Oh man. So yeah, this was a couple of very interesting bullet points for me as well. I was like, hey, I see a lot of fun things in our future. Let's see, Desert Bounder, Wool-mounted trophy. Disable two-legged lean animation raptor to prevent the legs from becoming too wide during movement. When I read this, I had to think back to a clip back in the days, a couple of years ago, when Echo was still streaming. When we were in the desert and mining a cave and being over encumbered, and in third person mode, you were walking around with your legs like horizontal spread out. Very weird. That's what I started thinking of when I read this bullet point. To prevent legs from becoming too wide during movement. Yeah. Also adding a drifting particle effect to the raptor movement when moving fast enough and turning sharply. I know, right? Well, if you're walking, if you're sprinting, and even if you're walking on a mower, you already have a turning circle. It's not like turn on the dot. That only happens when you're standing still. But there is no drifting on the mower, indeed. It's going to be so cool when you can do this on a Raptor. Wool-mounted trophy for the sand scuttle. We're going to have a lot of new trophies there. Makes sense because we have a lot of new animals. Ooh. For the queen, fixed weather attack, not triggering weather the second time around. Is one queen going to be able to control the weather? Huh. Fixed weather attack, not triggering weather the second time around. Huh. Interesting. Let's see, what else? Queen, God of Thunder, God of Lightning. Add a tabletop trophy for the Pygmy Lob Rabbit variants, both regular and snow. So they're standing trophies, not the wall-mounted ones. Yeah. Adding mutation attack. Queen, added copy of land shark with sandworm reskin to spawn out of queen egg. So when fighting the queen, we get up to, per player, up to 6 land sharks with a sandworm skin. That's gonna make the fight a bit tougher. I'm telling you. So if you're with the 3 of you, you have to to fight like 18 land sharks and the queen, the worm queen. Whew. Oh, definitely. Oh yeah, quick set of the woolly mammoth mount and juvenile. So yeah, juvenile woolly mammoths. Yoo-hoo! Daisy, yeah, but she's not rideable. You can't put a saddle on. Um, uh, but the Tusker is bigger than Blueback or Warwickback. Yeah. Let's see, for the Queen, add a boolean in the land shark that will make the land shark destroy itself after one diving loop. Phew. Good, so you can like either kill them straight away or just dodge them until they do one diving loop and then they disappear themselves. Good. I mean, imagine like 18 land sharks in a small area, all diving up and down and doing things, and oh man, there's gonna be one big mess. My poor frame rate. True. The Queen, balance pass, 3 times more HP and more scaling. Yikes. Add new phase for the egg phase, so if in a submerged phase the Queen takes a lot of damage, it will not skip the egg phase. Just a sandworm spawning out of the eggs to take into account the eggs delay so they don't all spawn at the same time. So yeah, if you do see the egg, kill it straight away, so you don't have to worry about the land sharks. So basically have one person dedicated for egg destroying and 2 for attacking the Queen. Or depending on how easy the eggs are to destroy and how quickly you have to destroy them, maybe 1 for the Queen and 2 for the eggs. But we'll come up with a proper tactic there. Let's see. Woman trophy for the Slinker. Created Icarus actor blueprints for radioactive alien rocks. Yeah. I mean, I would say a rock is a rock, but I don't know. Some living rock? It's not going to be chloride, is it? Radioactive chloride. That's going to be annoying. Replace burned trees that mysteriously disappeared around a radiation zone in swamp. Well, if a tree is burned upon Prospect Reload is gone, I think this is like a scorched tree they're talking about. Not the charcoal tree, the one that burns to charcoal. Enzyme fats. Powered wall charger. So we currently have the electric charger, which is like floor mounted. Also get a wall mounted one, which actually was mentioned I think once or twice before in earlier patch notes. New workshop talent tree for creature equipment. We get some workshop saddles. This did made me realize, yeah, you can call down an animal or bring one with you if you drop into a prospect, but then you still have to tag up to tier 2 and make the ranging station before you even can make a saddle. So a workshop saddle actually isn't a bad idea. Yes, I know, still no workshop bolts, Karel. I know, but at least we get workshop saddles. No, if you send it up, the saddle and everything in the saddle will go into an overflow bag on the floor. So you send up purely the mount. And when you call it back on a prospect, it's purely the mount. So you'll have to go there with a saddle and then settle your mind and ride it away. Actually, Ubis. If you kill a Ubis, it gives you crystallized miasma. On Olympus, there is no crystallized miasma. On Styx, the Gargantuan layers will provide crystallized miasma, so Styx now has miasma. Olympus has not, unless you tame a bunch of Ubis on Prometheus, send them up, call them down in Olympus, and kill them. So yes, you can get crystallized miasma, and thus miasmic coating, and thus miasmic tools and weapons in Olympus. It just means you have to go to Prometheus, tame a bunch of Ubis, send them up to the space station, call them back down on Olympus, and kill them there. Okay, let's continue. Radioactive waste. That's going to be an issue. Just drop it in the lake. Meh. Mining laser can now damage foxholes underwater. Yeah, some caves, there is like water in the cave, and there's foxholes in the water, partially in the water. So if the mining laser would not be able to mine that, it would only be able to mine part of the foxhole. So it wouldn't make sense that it can also like mine underwater. Client side fixed for delay on X rising. Yeah, the client side versus server side again. Radiation tracker is going to be a new tool. Well, would make it easier to find the source of the radiation, which is, for example, your uranium vein. Let's see. Retro swimming stuff fixes. And let's see, anything else? Advanced exotics delivery interface, deployable preview meshes. Okay. That's the advanced orbital exchange interface. Don't kill mines when using the damage all AI cheat. I know this is a dev tool, but yeah, imagine you're cheating your way through a fight, and then at the end of the fight you realize you also killed your mate. Oops. To the dev cheat commands, yeah. Steel barrel radioactive. Scaffolding added from mission 6. The Dune Raptor. Yeah, the geothermal one or the desert one is renamed Dune Raptor. Oh, we get a proper arachnophobia mode. That's good for Echo. Yeah, but this is gonna be on these horizons. We might get some proper spiders there. I don't know. I haven't really seen anything about it, but we might. Yeah. I'm trying to Trying to remember. I don't know. It rings a bell, but it is a distant one, so I'm not sure. Cat boss lure. Huh. Yeah. It no, it is a lure. Well, cat boss lure. So is this a lure crafted with cat boss parts? And jaguars, cougars. Nah. The black wolf is canine, not feline. You have the black jaguar. Um, Orca, locomotion speed, control rate, etc. have been fixed. Now has a dynamic follow speed. So if they get too far behind, they start running faster. That would be the first one with a dynamic follow speed, though. Yeah, I mean, even if you, yeah, but even if you walk, like your times can hardly keep up. Yeah, yeah, the untamed one can outrun you, unless you put a lot of talent points in speed. But once tamed, they become very slow. Oh, yeah. Talking about MOA, I got my MOA up to 35 speed. So over 3k sprint speed. Talents in Husbury talent points on the character. The speed talents on the MOA. I did put the rating saddle on, 4 pheromone modules in Holy Fire suit. And the last step was to add wear the Beastmaster armor. 10%. So yeah, I finally got my MOA over 3k sprint speed. So, I mean, there's still people who claim they can outrun my MOA. That might be true in the forest biome, but definitely not in the desert. Anyway, updated giant cat armor. First person arms mesh. Yeah, must be. Because the only animal armor currently is the brown bear, but a bear is not feline. So, yeah, maybe. Actually, no. That, yeah, it was different. Yeah, true, but panther and jaguar are different animals. Anyway, two below here. The queen added final egg spawn attack, the final one. Added new egg that rises from the ground. Sounds like a singular one. And after 60 seconds spawns a sandworm from it. Okay. So 60 seconds. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, 60 seconds to kill it. Man, I kill a sandworm within 60 seconds. Yeah. Yep. Or the kinetic rifle. And yeah, damage burst. True, true. True, true. But then comes the reload, and well, the assault rifle is a magazine reload as well, and the SMG is a magazine reload. So yeah, it's quick reloads indeed. Yeah. 60 seconds to destroy one singular egg, and if true, 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 we'll see indeed. It's gonna be interesting though. Can't wait. Again, I can't wait for Danger Rises to come out. I want to play this all, you know. The stork and orca tames no longer get cold in tundra environments. Now we need one which doesn't get overheated in the desert. Fixed spider locomotion, food sliding. So yeah, we are gonna get spiders indeed. For Echo. We're not gonna tell her about the arachnophobia setting. That is true. We were playing Grounded 1 last time, and I got jumped by an infected wolf spider, and two normal wolf spiders did join the fight, so we had 3 wolf spiders there. It was a tough fight. I barely survived. But Echo came in like a boss and started blasting the spiders. And no, she did not fear from arachnophobia indeed. But they can be quite terrifying, I would say. Grounded 2, Axel. There's some big ass spider there. What's it? Not a black widow. The what's it called? Birds? Nah, vogelspin. But thing like a really big one. Yeah. Oh, I wanna know. Grounded to Axel spider type. Tarantula. That's the one. Yeah. Anyway, back to the patch notes. More layers to the Worm Queen. Distant roar from when flying attack flinch events. Yeah, Arid Raptor is now the Dune Raptor. Sand Worm Queen is now Sand Worm Queen. Some names different there. Elysium 5 is the mission where we have to do the Sandworm. I think. Oh, well, we already saw Elysium 6 being mentioned, so even after the Sandworm, there's gonna be at least one more mission. Here's Tamed Storka and Orca should now follow player more quickly if far away, hence the dynamic following. Let's see. Thunder Monkey. Worm Queen, roar and roar short vocals. Fix cat boss tonic. Yes, definitely gonna be definitely gonna be a new enemy to fight then. Like the yeah, Genneton Frenzy tonic and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, like a Great Hunt's mutual exclusive, maybe. Let's see. Oh yeah. Yeah. So talking about older maps and like performance degradation and such. Like I saw this post with this person in the Discord. This person had an open world with like 25k building pieces, and then was kinda wondering why the performance went down. 25k. Well, hey, if you go to like 4 or 5k, you already notice the performance going down. You made it 25k. Exactly. Let's see. Raptor increase health regen talent stats twice, 2 times to make it more useful. Change physical damage stats to melee damage so that it actually works. Okay. I was thinking about one more thing I kind of missed, but now I can't remember what it was no more. Yeah. The texture materials for the geothermal variant of the spider. So we're gonna have multiple types of spiders. Cool. Yeah, I think that's... Oh, increase the size of the main spec wolf by 25% to make it less baby-like. Yeah. A couple of nice, interesting things in the future content here as well. Woolly mammoth mounts. Uh, craftable landing pads. So, yeah. That's it for this week's patch notes. I'm gonna mute you out and do stream exit. I'll be back with you in a sec. So those were the patch notes for this week. We're gonna take a 15 to 20 minute break, and then we will be back with a new stream with some gameplay in which we will continue our Styx open world to help Karel complete all the operations there, which will give him the unlocks. And for me as well, because there's still a couple of operations in Styx I have to redo after they introduce new items and shuffle around items in the Great Hunts DLC. So yeah, like I said, this is the end of the patch notes. I hope you folks enjoyed watching us go through the patch notes. We do this every week, 8 p.m. Central European Time. Now, if you did enjoy watching us go through the patch notes, you want to get notified next time I stream, feel free to hit the follow button, or if you watch this on YouTube, you want to get notified next time I upload something, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Other than that, thanks for being here, I really appreciate it. I hope you had a good time, and I hope I will see you folks around.